We're very, very excited about this recruiting class for many reasons. A couple of the ones that really stand out. Sometimes the metrics of the position change, but the criteria really doesn't. And the criteria that you want to have in your class, above all else, is that they win. Are they good people? Do they have really strong character? Are there upsides athletically and intelligence-wise, but do they win? Are they year-round winners? And these 6 are. There's no question that they are. They're all well coached, very well coached. And some we've had a chance to follow for longer than others. But the bottom line is they know how to be coached. They are being coached, and they receive coaching, which is they absorb it, which is really important. We'll go through the class in the order of how they committed. And going back to the first 2, they committed. It was almost like having twins. I mean, they committed within about 20 minutes of each other after a game a couple of years ago. Devin Davis really has tremendous athleticism, plays with great energy, and it's fun to watch him do the things that he's capable of doing, that he's stayed injury-free, and can get to the basket, can go coast to coast with the ball, can score on both sides of the rim. Can be a pretty good shooter, notwithstanding the 8 free throws he missed a couple weeks ago in a game. But he can be a good shooter, we feel. We think he can be an outstanding defender, and he kind of epitomizes versatility. And there's a multidimensional ability that he has on both ends of the floor, we think. Collin Hartman brings something that we're really going to need based on the fact of who we're losing in this class of seniors, and that's outside shooting ability. The first thing that grabs you about Collin is his ability to make outside shots. The more you watch him, and we were able to see this from his 9th grade year on, is he's got a tremendous court sense. He can really pass the ball. He can read situations. He can find cutters. Very, very intelligent player. And again, as he remains injury-free, his skills just continue to flourish. So we feel like in the state of Indiana right there, when they committed, we ended up with 2 of the best guys in this state for what we want to do, for how we want to play, and for how we want to run the program here. And I think those guys fit in extremely well with that. Collin has got a chance to spread the defense right away for us when he gets here. And the outside shooting, like I mentioned, will be important, but his ability to pass the ball. He's got some similarities to Will. They both have different strengths. Collin comes in maybe more of a polished shooter, where Will was maybe just a little bit better without the ball. But both of them have that ability to make everybody else better, not only with their offense, but with their ability to cut, move, and pass. Luke Fischer probably comes, when you really want to draw up somebody that really fits what you want to do at a high level on the inside, because he's a big basketball player. I mean, you really don't have to look much further than Cody, so we get a chance to see that every day. And the comparisons that I would give Luke to Cody are this. Their approach is very, very similar. Their demeanor, their ability to figure things out and not get rattled is very, very similar. I would say at the same age, there's a somewhat similar skill set. Now, until we coach Luke day by day, day after day, I should say, we won't know exactly where that stands. So those are my comparisons with Cody, because they do relatively play the same type of position. Luke is a basketball player. Luke is a 7-foot basketball player. And he can play with his back to the basket. He can play facing up. He is a complete winner. He hasn't lost since his, Tim, sophomore year?
Yes.
Yeah, he hasn't lost since his sophomore year. He's won in the summertime. So we're excited about him. And right now on his team, he's doing a great job of being the focal point, which is hard to be the focal point of the other team's defense and at the same time have to be responsible to help everybody else out. And I think that's got some Cody similarities as well, because obviously you can go to Cody and you can play through Cody. And Luke is learning to do that. I think I love when I hear that he's trying to pattern things that he does after Cody. I think any young player would want to be trying to pattern some of the things that Cody does, especially with his ability to play end-to-end, run the floor, pass the ball, all those types of things. So Luke brings that, and again, extremely well coached. Judging by the fact they won a state championship